one and all. Welcome back. I find it very strange that I'm doing a Sick Heads episode like this, where it's just me. Normally it's the same old bullshit of me just showing you retarded clips of my friends acting like idiots. Almost every time we're inebriated. But on this Sick Heads, but the whole point of Sick Heads was to just kind of show you what my social life is like. Believe it or not, I actually have a social life. I know it's a fucking weird concept for people to grab, but I do. But I just couldn't show you clips for the Sick Heads because a lot of shit went down. A lot of shit went down. You know, stuff like retarded messages. Shit like retarded messages. Two friends stoned as fuck arguing about trains. And of course, a dumbass falling in a creek. So strap in your seats. It's gonna be a wild one. I'm gonna start this off with some context. It's normally on my shit opens up as context. Basically, the other day was my birthday. I am officially 19 now. I really don't feel any different, but the day before my birthday, I was like, I want to go out. I want to go out with friends. I want to have fun. I want to make this birthday different than all the 18 others. And all the 18 others was just pretty much hanging out at the house and hanging out with family. So I decided just hang out with my friends, and we went to a pretty kick-ass pool party. I got to hang out with the Bobcat. How many people do you know can say, I fucking hung out with the Bobcat? Oh, that's a cool-ass Bobcat. And the host of this party was really fucking cool. He was a cool guy. Everyone was cool. It was a great experience. We had a lot of fun, had a lot of laughs. And at the end of the day, that's what mainly I take the goodness out of. And at the end of the day, that's where my fondest memories come from, is that party. Now the clips I'm about to show you is me and two of my friends who were baked off their ass, arguing about trains. You see, at this point in the night, we had two cars. One group of people they fucking lost their keys or some shit. We had their keys. We had to go back to the house. We had to go back to the party just to get the keys back. And all of a sudden, the fucking train is in front of us. It took like 20 minutes for it to pass. It went back and forth and all that shit. And you would hear my friend get really pissed about it. And a little bit in there was some weird porn star. And then the rest of it's pretty much just my friend talking about porn, movie nicknames, or some shit. Please enjoy.
Legit looks like a fucking two snails going at it. Like he's going like old people fuck. Like you have to stick it in with Viagra and shove butter in a fucking cobweb, drill hole area. And it's not that easy right there, to keep it up, to keep it limp for an old man,
What the fuck are you even talking about?
Like you gotta take like 3 or 4 green M&Ms right now.
Green M&Ms. What does that mean?
Nick, will you be my father?
Maybe. Oh shit. We're fine.
No shit.
Got a fucking train!
I don't know what's going on. Train's in front of us.
This fucking train's legit spanking my ass right now, It's fucking killing me. What the fuck is that truck doing? He's like,
that's a railroad. That's a truck for a railroad.
That's like emergency service for Norfolk Southern. There's a hobo that probably fucking died for 3 days.
You're so fucked up.
Riddled with the fucking mange, and rabies from fucking rats.
Shut up.
You know,
Shut up.
the fucking dueling banjos are playing at his funeral. You know,
This fucking
that.
poet sing.
that brother
poet
fucking
singing.
Alabama Crimson State. You know, the Crimson State's probably the sister's period blood.
Fuck.
Now the elephant is just the measurement of his dick. Like, you know, it's like, hold on, let me roll out my trunk. You know, I mean,
Why?
it's probably when the University of Alabama, you know, they were just like, when the school was built, the coach was eating out a cheerleader, which was like brother and sister, and, you know, just like the period blood time of the Shark Week in the showers, you know? You know?
So,
I mean, you know,
It's Shark
the
Week
coach
in the-
probably ate that. I was like, well, that's fantastic. Let's call it the elephants.
They're not the elephant.
Roll Tide on my sister's hide. Why am I laughing? I feel like crying. God damn it, it's going backwards! What the fuck? God damn it! I might as well fucking shut off my car. What the fuck is going on? This isn't the best way to spend a fucking party, dude. Like, damn.
party's over, dude.
Yeah. We're just driving home now.
Have a pop.
The fucker broke on me.
Star Wars, the Grown Wars. No, it's Star Wars, the Moan Wars. Star Wars.
Tell me about Toy Story.
Toy Story to Infinity and Beyond. Up ass. Lord of the Conquerings featuring Dildo Baggins. And also featuring Homo Baggins.
say revenge again.
Revenge of the Dick.
Star Wars Revenge of the Dick.
Yeah. Harry Potter and his Sorcerer's Stones.
Baby Trump. Breathe, hon.
Dragon Ball D.
Baby Trump.
We're here, dumbass. I hope you enjoyed that bit of retardation. I enjoyed it a lot. It was it was fun as hell to film. This is why I love hanging out with stoners, because hanging out with sober people sucks. Hanging out with stoners, good. I love all my friends. They're fucking cool ass people. But let's just face it, I'm kind of there for the entertainment. I love you guys. I love hanging out with you, but I'm there for the entertainment. Damn sure I always get entertainment with those two. One of the things that I've heard about many stoners talk about is that when they get high, they write shit down. And I didn't decide, and I really never done this before, but I did it at the party apparently. I wrote down all the shit I was thinking about while I was high. So I'm gonna let you hear some of these high notes I wrote. I'm gonna go ahead and put this out there. Most of this shit is spelled incorrectly. You can tell why it was spelled incorrectly. But this is all the shit that was going through my mind through the party. Number 1, Ghostbusters mascot throwing yo-yo. You mow grass? Says JD. Yes, I say. JD says, well, your dad says otherwise. That's an inside joke, you're not gonna get it. Hillary Clinton breastfeeding Obama and Bill. God reading Bible to goldfish. And by goldfish, I mean the food goldfish. Breast to pigs. Looking sketchy eating pizza. Of course, I'm gonna go ahead and not say the person's name in this, but I'll just say blank. I'm enjoying life, says blank. Indication I'm tripped out. For this sketchy eating pizza and what my friend was saying about me enjoying life is that you have to really think of this. When I'm high, when I'm stoned, I twitch a lot. You know what I mean? Like I kind of resemble a junkie, where like weird, strange parts of my body twitch. So I was eating pizza, and it was like I was just twitching and shit. That's what I mean by looking sketchy eating pizza. For all I know, I probably wasn't even twitching. I was just probably fucking thinking I was twitching. Tripped out. 80s Jeep hose. Fantasy goes to driving through JD's house. Through JD. Then to speed demon through highway. My JD was telling a story about some retarded shit about me being a pimp and having a Jeep with a bunch of naked women around me. That's why I said 80s Jeep hose. It doesn't make any sense the more I think about it, but that's just what happened at the party. Spitting on my hand to see blood. And of course, everyone's favorite, dry mouth. Funny enough, the kind of shit we were smoking was like, it pretty much, I mean like, on the leafy thing, it's like you can tell what your strain is and everything. It says, well, it cures headaches, but it also gives you headaches. And of course, the big one was dry mouth, so I can tell you that's what, they're right with dry mouth. I'll tell you that. And now I'm going to finish this video off with the complete circle of retardation, where everything goes back to my dumbass. So apparently, if I could describe you what my birthday was like: good night, bad morning. And it wasn't like I was drinking hard that night, had a hangover. No, that's not, I didn't have a sip of fucking alcohol. What happened was this. After the party, we all went to sleep. We woke up at like 9 o'clock. Me and JD usually wake up really early in the morning. And we went outside, we were talking about some shit. And all of a sudden, I start to feel really sick in my stomach. And then everything goes black. I'm gonna fill in the blank here. I passed out. Then I woke, and then 2 seconds later, where do I wake up in? Now the place where I was standing, like before I even passed out, I was standing on like this concrete. I was sitting on this concrete. And underneath this concrete, whatever the fuck you call it, there is a creek. Now this is not a normal creek. This is not like a normal creek. You know, you find in the woods. I wish it was that shit. It's not. This is one made by the city. Pretty much, it's mainly there for flooding. So basically, there's places for water to get into. That's where I was standing on. I was sitting on. I wake up 2 seconds later, I'm in this fucking creek. And I've passed out before in my life, and in those times I was more scared than I was more scared. This time I wasn't really scared at all, I was mainly confused. The first thought in my head came, how the fuck did I get here? And of course, the first thing that comes out of my mouth when I see JD laughing his ass off was, Am I in Africa? And it just made him fucking die. JD was probably the only one laughing. Maybe it was the other one because I didn't really see her laugh that much. But of course, one of my other friends comes out of the house to see what happened to me, and the first thing comes out of her mouth is like, "How the fuck did you get in there?" And I'm just like, I don't know. That's what I've been sitting here wondering. I was literally in that creek for 5 minutes trying to figure out what the fuck happened. I was all muddy and wet and shit, and I was just confused. Of course, I vomited. Now, that was my point of view of the story. Let's go to JD's point of view. According to what JD told me was that we were talking, in mid-conversation, all of a sudden, I start like, my eyes rolled in the back of my head. I was wiggling all over the concrete. This whole time, JD is thinking I'm just fucking, dude, I'm fucking with him. This whole time, JD's just thinking I'm fucking with him. But then all of a sudden, he looks back to see if anyone's there. Then he looks back at me, and then I'm fucking gone. And he just hears a splat on the ground. Now, I know for a fact that I went head first when I fell in that creek. I know I went head first because after me coming back from my lucid state, my head was fucking hurting, dude. It wasn't even like a migraine, it was just like the skin of my head was hurting. My scalp was hurting really. But yeah, of course, waking up Africa, that bullshit happened. But as soon as I fell, JD ran in the house, and he immediately, he was talking to everyone in the whole house, saying, "Dylan fell in the creek. Dylan fell in the creek," and then literally no one fucking believed him. They just all assumed they were messing with them. And the only person who actually gave a shit and actually cared for my well-being took it seriously. She went out there, and that's where the story began. One of the things I'm thankful for is that I have friends that keep me awake because they knew. Like, I guarantee I had a concussion because I was extremely lucid. I was taking information a lot slower. And that's why I've been in the creek for 5 minutes, because I was just trying to figure out what was happening. And I wasn't completely there. And thank God that my friends, they kept me awake, they kept me talking to make sure that I didn't fall asleep. And I thank God for that. And you might be asking, Dylan, how the fuck did you pass out? How did that happen? Apparently, from what my mom said, because my mom actually has some medical training, she says that my sugar was low. Normally, when I hang out with friends, I don't eat that much. And that's just a weird thing I do. I just don't like eating. I'm self-conscious about eating in front of people, apparently. And that's why I don't really eat a lot around friends. But I didn't have my nutrients I was supposed to have to yesterday. Apparently I didn't have the nutrients I needed, and I was dehydrated, therefore passing out in the creek. When I got home, I got a shower, cleaned that fucking mud off me, and I took a melatonin, and now I'm here. And it was a real rough day yesterday. Yesterday was a really rough day. All my pain is mainly from my head, my neck, my big toe was completely fucked up. And my big toe is fucked up. And I have scratches down my leg because I was wearing shorts at the time. It was a lot of shit that went down yesterday, and it was. But if you want my status, my well-being right now, I'm good. I feel about as good as I did Saturday. but my foot is completely fucked up. Like, that thing is purple right now. But really, looking back on it now, do I regret it? No, I do not. Because you might not be aware, you probably have no fucking idea why. Is that morning was a very sad morning for everybody. A puppy died that morning. And if I didn't, and especially for the person who was the only one who gave a shit to check on me, it was tough for her mainly. So, in a way, if it wasn't for my stupid ass antics, I wouldn't have made my friends laugh. Because apparently after I left, they were laughing their ass off about the am I in Africa shit. Apparently I was funny. I don't know why. But to be honest, I don't really remember all the shit that happened when I woke up, but the main thing I remember is waking up, being confused, and saying, am I in Africa? But the point is that my suffering gave them joy. Not in a bad way. It's more like a laughing with you than at you thing. And I'm fine with that. Know this, Taylor. I suffered for your enjoyment. And I'm cool with that. I don't want to do it again, though. That shit ain't happening again. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. It was mainly just kind of a different way of doing the sick heads. I hope you guys had fun with it. I had fun with it. Like I said, good night, bad morning. That's pretty much the gist of the video. I actually am going to be getting the Once Upon a Time review done Wednesday. Because my theater isn't fucking playing it. But luckily I found a shortcut. I'm not going to go into exactly what the shortcut is. Thank you, Showbox. I can actually see these movies when they come out of my fucking theater. Fuck you, Capital 3. So yeah, that's mainly just the entire video, and hope you guys enjoyed the video. Like, subscribe, do whatever you want, and I'll see you next time.